P&G, proud sponsor of moms.
Hi, I'm Janet Fletcher, Senior Director, Olympics and Sports Marketing.
And I'm Laura Ims, Senior Director, Global Olympics. We're here to share our Olympic journey and how P&G is widening the screen to more inclusively support diverse athletes and families, and to help them use their platform as an elite athlete to affect positive change in their communities and the world. But first, we'll take you back to the beginning.
The film you just saw was our very first creative for the Vancouver Olympics. Over the past decade as an Olympic sponsor, we've been honored and humbled to tell the stories of amazing athletes and the families who've supported them on the journey to their Olympic and Paralympic dreams. With our Thank You Mom campaign, we've looked at the world through the eyes of Mom. We have seen how she expresses her love through the action, support, strength, courage, and determination it takes to help a child become an Olympian. And we've seen that looking at the world through this lens of love means accepting us for who we are, teaching us who we can be, and understanding that the good we do is what truly makes us great. With each Olympics, we challenged ourselves to create ads rooted in deep human insight and mom truths. For Vancouver, to their moms, they'll always be kids. For London, the hardest job in the world is the best job in the world. For Sochi, for teaching us that falling only makes us stronger. And for Rio, it takes someone strong to make someone strong. Our Olympic campaigns have been well loved, but we always challenge ourselves to do more, say more, and stand for more using the Olympics platform to inspire others to think differently. A real turning point came with the launch of our Love Over Bias campaign for the 2018 Winter Olympics.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday we'll get it together and we'll get it all done. Someday when your head is much lighter. Someday we'll walk in the rays of our beautiful sun. Someday when the world is much brighter. Oh, child, things are gonna get easier.
Joining us now is Patty Orlando, Creative Director from Wieden+Kennedy, to share the story of how Love Over Bias came to fruition.
When I first started working on this campaign, I had just returned from the Women's March on Washington, D.C. in 2017. And this experience not only inspired me to take a fresh approach executionally, but I also wanted to push the role that a mom plays in supporting her kids by showing that a mom's love can help overcome unconscious bias. I've always believed that moms are the original activists. And being the first creative who is a mom on this long-running campaign, this message was especially important to me and deeply personal. In making this campaign, we tried to live the message of love over bias as much as possible by building a team of women, people of color, people in the LGBTQ community, and other underrepresented groups. We hired filmmaker and Free the Bid founder, Alma Harrell, as the first woman director ever on this campaign. We were drawn to Alma because of her documentaries, which were raw and real. And we wanted this film to feel more like a documentary. The original spot actually had voiceover on it of a mom talking to her kids and explaining that the world may not see them for who they really are. We wanted to see if we could tell that same story, but without the voiceover, so people could really feel it. We landed on the song Ooh Ooh Child by the 5 Stair Steps, but we wanted to do a modern interpretation of it. Alma suggested Chinese American artist and musician Milt, whom she had discovered at the Women's March on DC. One of the most exciting outcomes of this campaign was that it sparked a global conversation with moms from all around the world sharing their own testimonials.
Moving to this year's Tokyo 2020 Olympic campaign, we launched our first film to coincide with Mother's Day. The film, Love Leads to Good, celebrates the important role all parents have in raising their children to be good. It's those quiet moments away from the spotlight over a lifetime that develop a child into a champion, both as an athlete and as a human being. The story shows the choice to be a good person reflects the lessons we've been taught by those who love us most.
¿Qué? ¿Qué pasa, hijo? Respira, por favor. Ya. 強いよ。強い子じゃん。
咱们去说对不起。
When the Tokyo Games were postponed last spring, it gave us the opportunity to take a fresh look at what we wanted to say. And we were watching in real time as Olympic and Paralympic athletes were stepping up to help their communities and speak out on issues that mattered most to them. We recognized a strong correlation between how these athletes were using their platform to create change in the world and the values that they learned from their parents. One example that comes to mind is hearing Olympic gold medalist Allison Felix's mom, Marlene, teaching her daughter the value of putting others before herself, and how Allison put that value into practice. Allison used her own experience as a new mom to bring awareness to maternal mortality when she testified in front of Congress. She was also an active supporter of the racial justice movement that was happening all across the country. This led us to a human truth that we believed would inspire others, that an athlete's true measure of greatness is their goodness. And we chose to tell these athlete stories through the lens of the eyes of those who raised them. The goal of this film was to celebrate Olympic and Paralympic athletes for the positive impact they are making beyond their sport, but it was also to inspire all of us to do more good in our everyday lives.
Your whole life, you've done things I could have never imagined doing.
things almost no one in the world can do.
But I'm proud of you for something else.
I'm proud of you for doing the things that we could all be doing.
The things you do, not for yourself,
look at that,
but for others.
The things you do every day.
Things that matter.
Share my story.
The impact you have on the world around you.
And I can't wait to see what you do next.
Looking at this year's work, we're continuing to widen the screen with our campaign, whether it be behind the camera, broadening beyond moms to celebrate all the people who raise us, or showcasing the impact of Olympians and Paralympians both on and off the playing field. As we look toward the future, we're expanding how we think about our role as sponsors and how we're using our voice to take action that leads to good. We're bringing our Olympics creative under the broader umbrella of Lead with Love, which is our consumer campaign that unites P&G's 3 citizenship focus areas of equality and inclusion, environmental sustainability, and community impact. We're not just telling athletes stories of good, we're also helping athletes around the world do good in their local communities. After seeing all the good that Olympic and Paralympic athletes are doing, we were inspired to encourage even more positive change by creating a new program called the Athletes for Good Fund. Through this program, we have awarded more than $500,000 in grants this year to celebrate and fuel the work of Olympic and Paralympic athletes who are partnering with charitable organizations to do good in local communities around the world. Let's hear from 2 of the athletes that P&G has recognized as recipients of these grants: Canadian Olympian Pam Buisa and British Paralympian Kim Daybell.
I'm a Paralympic table tennis player and doctor on the front line. I just looked around me and saw all those who were stepping up, and I felt that it was my duty to join them, and it didn't even cross my mind to not do so.
Hey guys, just checking in after a 13-hour day on call. Hopefully we're... And that's my bleep going off.
I rallied my community to showcase that we are here, that we are present, and we matter. I didn't know I was gonna organize a rally. I reached out to my friends, community members. We had over 9,000 people that showed up. Big C!
We are all incredibly inspired by the actions of these athletes on and off the field and honored to help share their stories with the world.
They inspire us to lead with love and hope their stories, along with our Olympic journey, inspire you to consider the endless possibilities to demonstrate inclusivity in any form of content or creative communication.